Okay, this is my video and audio test for my Let's Play setup. We're going to do Super Mario Brothers for the regular NES for the video. I'm going to go ahead and try to have some of the sound play and be an automatic background to what I'm saying. I'm adjusting that volume so that it doesn't overpower the sound of my voice, because though we want to hear the background music from the game, it's gonna be kind of contradictory to actually have that muddy the sound from me. So let's go ahead and get started here. Like this game needs any introduction. This game was one of my favorite games as a kid. I still have fond memories of sitting in a high chair as a toddler while my mom was cleaning the house, and she handed me a Nintendo controller. My dad had gotten it for me for my second birthday, I believe, and it had already been out for a little while. I was born in '83, so even though I wasn't around for the Atari generation, I'm still an old fogey in the gaming community. For a lot of these kids now, that was terrible. For a lot of these kids now that are playing Call of Duty and Battlefield 3, I can't get into these modern first-person shooters. I mean, I played Doom. I played a little bit of Halo even, but I would consider the playing of Halo more recent. I have always been an adventure game, RPG game, platform game fan since back when you had to use your imagination. I mean, these characters are made out of 3 colors, 16 pixels by 16 pixels sometimes. Get a mushroom, use that advanced technology of being 32 pixels high. But, yeah, I'm not even going for any kind of speed or skill run here. I don't know, maybe a little skill. Oh yeah. But, no, I'm just playing around, testing out my setup here, missing a lot of the stuff that I normally get. Getting hit by enemies, for one, that's terrible. I used to be able to blast through this game. Back when I was in high school, I took kind of an independent study class where I was working in the computer lab, which is great if you're a nerd, because when no one's around, of course, you can load up emulators, you can load up all kinds of old games. I remember one day, all I was able to really smuggle in was an NES emulator and a copy of Super Mario Brothers, and so I just sat endlessly for a couple weeks until I could get something else in, playing Mario and trying to perfect a speed run, which I have lost almost all of the skill from now. Look at how I took those steps, that's terrible. But it's not necessarily impressive to actually be able to sit down and do a speed run in front of somebody. They'll just be like, big whoop, you're playing Super Mario Brothers. I've seen everyone do a speed run now. Or with access to YouTube, it's very hard to impress anyone anyway. Though, I would like to believe that that's what I was doing back then. Getting up my A game and trying to impress people. Let's try to do a glitchy move here. Oh yeah, there we go. Up on the ceiling. Though I wouldn't go very far. You can carry that to the end of the stage, but I like getting to this warp here. I can't remember the last time I actually went to the 5th world. Jump straight from 4-2, Beanstalk, straight over to 8-1. I mean, who wouldn't? Now, one day I would probably like to sit down and try to beat this game. I mean, it's been years since I've done it, but try to beat this game stage for stage, all 32 stages. But not today. Not today. We're trying to do this kind of quick. But I'm not going to make any claims to be trying to do any kind of speed run, because I'm already doing pretty terribly. Just fooling around like someone might do back in the day. Running through here. I always liked how he could defy physics by just... Well, I suppose it's not defying physics. Again, using your imagination, he might be stepping over these holes, but I always liked how he could just defy what you would think would happen by running over the holes. I remember when that blew my mind as a kid. course, back when that blew my mind, I probably didn't know how to effectively even run. Oh, jeez, that was terrible. Speaking of knowing how to play the game, let's try this again. Now, I am one of those gamers that plays a little bit better when he's not talking, but what point? Oh, jeez. What point would there be in actually recording Let's Plays if you weren't talking at the same time? So I kind of need some practice at this. This is good. This is some good practice. I steal myself for making mistakes and making fun of myself. I mean, everybody else can make fun of me all they want to. I'm going to go ahead and credit it to not being able to focus because I'm trying to entertain. I mean, watching perfect runs, I mean, that's entertaining if it's, like, top-notch, 100% perfection. And then, but you just feel left down if somebody makes a mistake. I'm going to make mistakes, so I am not at all going to make any claims about trying for perfection. In fact, wow. I would really like to do Let's Plays for games I've never even played before, because, I mean, hey, you know, you can forgive mistakes for that, but also, those are just laced with all sorts of criticisms, comparing it with modern gaming and what they were thinking now after the fact, now that you can go back and look at what they should have been thinking. I totally hit jump there. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe I have a little bit of lag. Yes, I'll blame it on the lag. No, it's completely my fault. Should have jumped a little bit earlier there. But yeah, I'd like to play some imports, things I've never heard of before. Maybe some things I have heard of, but I've never actually gotten around to playing. Maybe invite some friends in. I would love to capture the experience of my friends playing some of these. Even some games that I remember being fond of as a kid that I know that my friends haven't played. I'd love to capture their reactions to playing those games for the first time. Alright. Hey, I got it that time. Now all we have is this stair step of pit holes. Ah! Alright. Not dead yet. Oh, yes I am. Oh well. That was my final mistake, being wrong about being my last life. So I died on 8-1. Not a bad run, though, for being a little bit rusty. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. We're going to test and make sure that the audio and video levels are good, and technically this is my first attempt at a Let's Play. Alright everybody, have a good one.